Would you like to have an amazing, successful, and happy marriage? Yes, you can have the marriage of your dreams and be happy with your spouse. In this video, I'm gonna share with you 5 keys for a happy marriage. Hi, I'm Dr. Elias Moitinho with Motivation and Growth. In this channel, I'll be giving you tips and life skills to help you grow in your life. If you are new here, I invite you to subscribe. Key number 1, commitment. What kind of commitment? I'm talking about a lifelong commitment. If you got married at a church, probably the minister or the pastor read this verse. A man shall leave his father and mother and be joined to his wife, and the two shall become one flesh. Think about it. When you got married, you made a declaration. You were leaving your family and you were making a commitment, public commitment to your spouse. And now your spouse is your first priority. Maybe you read the vows like this: from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, till death do us part. That's a promise. You gave your word. You were making a lifelong commitment to be faithful to your spouse. That's essential for a happy marriage. And guess what? The wedding ring is a symbol of that commitment. Key number 2, connection. I'm talking about creating an intimate and multidimensional connection. What do I mean by that? Well, it's a connection that is emotional, a connection of the heart. It's a connection that is intellectual, connection of the mind. It's a connection that is physical, yes, physical, sexual intimacy. And it's a connection that is spiritual. You may even call yourselves soulmates. And remember, the verse said, the two shall become one flesh. This refers to this intimate union that goes beyond physical relationship. Emotional intimacy, for example, precedes physical intimacy. And you create intimacy by the way in which you express love to your spouse, how you show love to your spouse. You connect with your spouse emotionally, intellectually, and spiritually. When you do that, you take the physical intimacy, believe me, you take the sexual intimacy to the next level. Key number 3 is communication. Anytime we talk about marriage, we have to talk about communication. It is essential for a happy marriage. But what type of communication am I talking about? I'm talking about constructive communication. Researchers have found that destructive patterns of communication are predictors of divorce. Gottman, a famous marriage researcher, several years ago, he discovered 4 patterns of communication that are destructive to marriages. It's criticism. Criticism is verbally attacking a spouse's personality or character. Contempt. Contempt is using insults or abusive language. Defensiveness. Defensiveness is acting like a victim and then blaming the spouse. And stonewalling. Stonewalling is withdrawing from the relationship, isolating oneself from the relationship. Well, those negative patterns of interactions are very destructive. So what do we need to do? How can we use constructive communication in the marriage? Well, use words of encouragement to build your spouse up. A gentle answer will calm a person's anger, but an unkind answer will cause more anger. That's what you need to focus on. Use words to encourage your spouse, words that are gentle, words that are kind, and by doing so, you are more likely to diffuse arguments. In fact, when you use kind words, then you are helping your spouse. But if you use harsh words, you're going to create more conflict. and you want to use words to encourage your spouse. Don't use abusive language. Let everything you say be good and helpful so that your words will be an encouragement to your spouse. Watch my videos on communication. Key number 4, clear vision. In marriage, two people come together to form a new home. That's what you are doing. You and your spouse have come together, joined together to create a new home, and you are on this journey together. Now the question is, what kind of home are you creating? What kind of journey are you having? What is the destination? Well, it's important that you two come together, sit down, have multiple conversations about your expectations. What you expect of each other and what you expect of the marriage. Yes, you may have been married for a while, but it's still essential that you clarify your expectations. And then you come together and you decide together what kind of marriage you want to have, what kind of couple you want to become. So look towards the future and see 5, 10, 20 years from now where you are going to be and what kind of couple you want to be when you get there. I recommend that you watch my videos on vision and goal setting and then sit down, have a serious or many conversations to discuss your vision for your marriage. Key number 5, common foundation. Everyone has a worldview. What is a worldview? A worldview is the lenses by which you view and interpret reality. And a worldview is your philosophy of life. By the way, it's not original. You probably got ideas, concepts, and you learn things from somebody, from many people, from various sources, and it's your core belief system. Maybe you got something here, something there, and it's how you look at life. Well, what I believe is to build a solid marriage, a happy marriage, the best stable foundation is a Christian faith, is the Christian faith, which is based on the teachings of Jesus Christ, as written in the Bible. My wife and I seek to practice our Christian faith on a daily basis. And we, especially when it's about marriage, we seek to practice the agape love, which is patient and kind. It's selfless, it's forgiving, and we need that every day. We need that every day. That's our foundation. Now, if you liked this video, click the like button. Share it with your friends. Bless somebody. Be sure to subscribe and have a happy marriage.